One of the critical things that we all are going to face is all of us have different culture systems working in our labs. Some people are growing cells on feeders. Some people are growing cells in conditioned medium with a variety of media. Some people are growing cells in different substrates, different media. Some people have bank cells in different conditions. We spent a great deal of time to transition variety of cell types that were grown in a variety of media, in a variety of substrates, on to E8 and vitronectin. And some of the results are in this table here. So H1, H9, H7, and H14 are the very first human embryonic stem cell lines derived by Dr. Thompson. And as you can see, the original medium was DMEMF12 knockout serum replacer, along with mouse feeders. They were also then transitioned to conditioned medium, and eventually they were grown in teaser and on matrigel. We have successfully transitioned all of these embryonic stem cell lines to E8 vitronectin. You can also culture them in E8 matrigel or E8 Geltrex. And we have cultured them for several passages. We have done all the standard testing of viability, pluripotency, germ layer formation, and karyotypical analysis. And we're happy to say that for several passages, more than 40 passages in different type of cell lines, that the conditions do very well and the cells remain happy. One thing we also did was we froze down cells in a variety of conditions in different permutation combinations, and we thawed them in E8 and vitronectin or E8 matrigel Geltrex, and they did well in those conditions as well. IMR90 clones 1 to 4 are some of the original iPS cells that Dr. Thompson derived, and they were typically cultured in teaser and matrigel. We were able to transition those as well. These are some of the new cell lines from Dr. Thompson lab, DF and MNDs. They were also cultured on teaser and matrigel, and they were successfully transitioned to E8 vitronectin and matrigel. MND cell line was actually derived by Dr. Go-Kai Chen, who was the first author on the paper for Essential 8. And we've been transitioning those cell lines back and forth with a great deal of success. So essentially, the culture conditions are favorable for cells to be cultured for long periods of time, but the culture conditions also allow scientists to transition them to more economical systems. So if you don't want to use E8 vitronectin, or you just want to bank 100 vials in E8 vitronectin and continue your research in Geltrex or matrigel, you can do that very easily. These are some examples of cell lines that we have transitioned. These are H9 at passage 40, cultured typically for long period in teaser and matrigel, transitioned to E8 vitronectin at 2.5x and 10x, just to let you know that the morphology remains the same and all the characteristics of pluripotency and ability to form EBs and different germ layers is maintained. And the reason, we have transitioned them for very long periods of time, but most scientists are concerned as to, are they going through a shock at early passages? So I chose to show you some early passages. So this is 4 passages out into the transition from teaser to E8. The next one is IMR90 clone 4, passage 32, again cultured in teaser and matrigel. After 4 passages, as you can see, the morphology is normal. These are DF 19.7 clone, passage 43, and then immediately after transition, passage 44, you can see that there are no problems. The cells do not go through any kind of shock. They don't have any weird morphology. They seem to adjust very well to these new culture conditions. And we have passaged most of these cells and carried out analysis after 10 passages, 20 passages, 30 passages. So every 10 passages, we do the analysis to make sure that the cells retain all the characteristics that they need to retain for further experimentation. The last one is the MND cell line that I talked about. Passage 32, E8 matrigel, transition to E8 vitronectin. You can see the morphology is normal again.